Whoa, where you going there, buddy? I gotcha. Hello there, you wonderful person. I am Gareth Mason. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It's July 16th, 2025. It's exactly 9:28 p.m. And I'm at Lagoa das Lágrimas again because this is just the best place to record. It's just too beautiful here and much more interesting than a home. So, Vsauce uploaded a video. Michael from Vsauce uploaded a video today about ghosts around us. About how, not really about how, I think he made a video about how a person dies twice, like Sekiro. A person dies twice, once when they actually die, and again when their name is said for the last time. And and this video, whoa. Not so secure today, it looks like. It looks good enough. Yeah. And then today's video was about the ghosts of people that have lived before us. Like people, for example, right now, somebody put this lamppost over here, the one that I'm using as a tripod for my camera. Somebody designed this, the house over there, the one where they sell ice cream and stuff. And I thought that was interesting. It really talked to me. First of all, if you don't know Michael from Vsauce, he is probably the most legendary YouTuber of all time. I really like his channel. I really like him. He talks about science and interesting things, but he stopped uploading regularly, other than his shorts, and he only uploads when he's got something that he knows it's actually really good. So his standard of what's really good is increasing as with each video he puts. So it's the frequency that he uploads videos is like an inverse line. Very often in the past, like way back in the day, 10 years ago, 15? No, more like 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I think he would post a video like every day and then every week, and then he started to get better and better at his stuff, and then the frequency just dropped because of how much research he has to do. Yeah, I saw some videos, some interviews with him talking about how long it takes to research the content he talks about, he produces videos on, and the amount of books. Like there's a video about time that he read like 10 books or something in order to make one 20 minutes video. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah, and this video about you not wanting to be forgotten, and it really speaks to me because of this, I I'm recording these videos. There's a spider on the camera, by the way, very little one. I'm recording these videos, yes, for myself, yes, as a daily, as a diary, as a journal where I'm speaking to myself, so I can have ChatGPT analyze the transcripts later. Yes, of course, but also, you know, I have another reason. It might be a little egocentric. Is that how you pronounce it? But I have this feeling like maybe, you know, my son, my daughter, my granddaughter, my grandkids, my great-grandkids are gonna see this, and they'll be able to see how life was today, and you know, that is maybe I'm too full of myself, but that is a little bit of a hope, creating a little bit of a kind of legacy over here with these videos, and that put me in a thought, started to think about stuff, which is cool. Whoa, that car's wheels look cool. I'm getting distracted. Let's change the angle over here a little bit. Yeah. Or maybe we can do it like this. How about that? Yeah, that looks good. What do you think of the lighting here? Does it look good? Anyways, yeah, so that was really awesome. And then I started to, I don't know, because of that video, or I don't know, YouTube started to recommend Alan Watts to me again. I used to listen to his stuff and started to listen to it again today. If you don't know, Alan Watts is a philosopher that recorded a bunch of tapes a long time ago, many years ago, cassette tapes. So if it's cassette tapes, you kind of have an idea of how long ago that is. And I started to listen to him again today. It's all on YouTube. I was not walking with a cassette tape player on my pocket. Anyways, and the one that I started listening to today was about how you are enough. Like, you are enough. You don't need to be better in order to deserve love, in order to deserve enjoying life and stuff. You don't need to do that. You can just go with the flow and allow life to happen, and things are neither good or bad, they just are, and that kind of stuff. So that's very nice. Yeah, it puts me in a good state of mind. But anyways, how about I fill you in on what's happened since we last spoke. So I updated you yesterday in the afternoon before going to my fiance's place. I went to the supermarket, got some breaded chicken and a pizza. Then I made it. Then she arrived. She was exhausted, poor thing. It took her like last night and still this morning, like, she didn't have energy to, she still needs to. She still needed to rest. Traveling for a full day is, not for everybody. Definitely not for me. She's strong. She can handle it, but she gets real tired. Yeah. So that was last night. She told me about the trip. It was her mother, and three of her aunts, and apparently two of them. It's not a very good experience to travel with them. I'm not gonna go into details because I don't think it's my place to talk about that. And then this morning she was showing me the pictures and the videos. She went to Rio Grande do Sul, Gramado, and it looks very, very beautiful. Train ride with a lot of Italian culture related stuff, and it just looks beautiful. Looks very nice. It may be a place where we visit in the future together. So yeah. While she was showing me, I was like laying on this elbow and this arm, and for a long while, I don't know, I spent way too long like that, and it kind of feels like I got punched on the shoulder, like really hard. It's hurting. And then I came back home to help my mother give Tali the medicine and to have lunch. Then I went to work. It was a very chill day at work today. We talked about our special classes. We have some special classes where the students, well, it's Live in It. It's the Live in It project, which means that we do like real life activities. Example is we simulate airport check-in and that kind of situation. Another one that is really popular, it's really cool, is the hotel. The owners of the school I work in they also own a hotel that is like 2 blocks away from the school, so we get to take our students to the hotel to actually do the hotel situation in English. So that's one of the most popular ones, and another one is ordering a Subway in English. There is a Subway like 1 block away from the school, so we can do that. It's funny. The teacher needs to go behind the counter to take the student's order, and if you're there, you're like close to the food, you gotta wear the net on your hair. And I got a big beard, so whenever I have a very long beard, I have to use a net on my beard as well. So it's like a little net, hair net, and a beard net. It looks funny. But it's a very popular one as well because there's good food. Anyways, we discussed these classes. We talked about what worked and what didn't work. How can we improve each of the classes for this semester, for the next semester. And then after that, we were kind of free to continue doing our stuff. The thing is that I already finished all of my responsibilities, so then I asked for a few classes for me to check, and I did. I improved 2 classes today, 2 kids classes. You know, ChatGPT is such an amazing tool, dude. It's just people that are paranoid about it. I really feel they're gonna be left behind because of whoever is using ChatGPT professionally has such a huge advantage. Not only a professional but personal as well. Like with me, let me talk about the professional. Like I talked about it before, where I use GPT to craft great messages for parents, great feedback messages, and So great, you have a great posture, the great vocabulary, and I'm not great with talking. I'm not really good with talking, especially in Portuguese. Don't have a good way with words. I can be pretty good with words, but it takes me a while to do so. So, like when you have to craft an individualized message for each of your 70 students or their parents, like you can't do that. Like you can't feasibly do that in a day. Whereas I did it with ChatGPT. Each of my students got a personalized message. Yeah. And also creating, the reason I mentioned it is because I use GPT to improve on the classes. Like our task with the classes is to check if it's good. Throughout the semester we don't really have time to properly change classes, to improve the classes. If we have like a good idea, we can leave a comment on the slide for it to be done later. This is later. This is when we do it. This is when we improve the classes. And the first class that I checked today, it was the fluency it wasn't good. By the way our methodology is ECRIF, encounter, clarify, remember, internalize, and fluency. Probably the best methodology for learning a language. ECRIF and PDP, but we're not gonna go into too much in depth in that. And the fluency is the most important part of the class. It's where the students use what they learned during the class to actually produce something in the target language. And I wasn't happy with the first lessons fluency. But the thing is, sometimes I'm creative. I've had ideas in the past, but sometimes like, hey, I don't have a great idea here. So let me just copy the pages from the book that we use in the class, paste it on GPT and say, hey, this class is for students, ESL students of ages 6 to 7, and I need a better fluency for this class. And then it generates, and then sometimes you're gonna go, oh dude, you screwed it up there, because they probably haven't learned the present continuous yet, being that they're 6. So then you have to work with it. But and then he gave me a great idea, and then I put it in the class, and I was very, very satisfied with my improvement. And then the second one as well. The second one I was like, yeah, this is fine, but I think we could do better. And then I did that. And then it was time to go home. I got home. My plan was to wash the dishes, but dude, I was so tired. That's the reason why I'm not recording this at sunset. Because when I got home, I was so tired. I went to the supermarket to get some stuff for me to do a sandwich for myself. And then I made the sandwich, put it in the oven, and I almost fell asleep waiting for the sandwich. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was feeling pretty drained today. And then I didn't do the dishes. I didn't wash the dishes at all. I went to the supermarket to get bread for my mother and my uncle. And then my uncle, the uncle that was right here, the hospital behind me. was asking me to buy cigarettes for him. The nerve on the man. I just ignored him. It's easier for there to be no sunrise in the morning than it would be for me to buy cigarettes for anybody. I absolutely despise cigarettes. It's just I grew up with smokers all around me, and I always thought that was the most disgusting thing possible. And there's no way in hell I would enable anybody, like, because he can't go to the supermarket, he can go to the store to buy cigarettes for himself now, so he's depending on my mother, and my mother will buy him cigarettes. She smokes herself, so you know. Yeah, so I did that, and then I got back home, and you know what I did? I finished Elden Ring. I had, you know, yesterday I told you that I killed Melania, so today I just had to everything after the Godskin duo to do. So that was the dragon, the hidden dragon. I'm forgetting he has a very complicated name. The one where you have to go down and sleep sleep on the rock, and then you wake up. Placedusex, yeah. Placedusex? Does his name actually have sex in it? Placedusex. That sounds right, but I don't know. So I killed him and Malakath, and then let's see if I'm able to remember all the names. Oh, I've been studying the lore, so I think I have a better understanding. We'll go through it. We'll go through it in a few moments. Let me see. Godfrey. Godfrey / Horalu. Yep, I think that's it. And then of course Radagon / Marika and the Elden Beast. The only boss that I died to today was Placedusex, the dragon. The other ones were deathless. Dude, I love earning my victories when you actually master the boss and you know how to dodge it perfectly and everything. It feels great. But I also love absolutely annihilating the boss with a mimic tier. So if you're doing a dexterity and, well, if you're doing a faith build where you have extremely high faith and you pretty much got all the highest level incantations in the game, like Melania's flower explosion and the other ones from the dragons, and then when you're going to summon the mimic, you're holding your seal instead of your weapon. He's not going to change to the weapon. He's going to be just with the I was going to say miracles, with the incantations. And my dude, that annihilates the bosses. It's so fun. It's so satisfying. Because then you're there. I was using the claws, sacred, with the talisman, where the more you attack, the more damage you deal, because it's like super fast. And the enemies, the bosses that bled, did very quickly, and man, it was fun. Lots of fun. Except for the police is coming. Except for Elden Beast. The Elden Beast doesn't bleed, So that was a much lengthier fight. But yeah, the base game is done. 85 hours. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Like, I've finished the game a few times already. Like, I know what to do. And I know the bosses. I didn't spend any time on bosses, pretty much. Like, probably like maximum 30 minutes on Millennia. Not even, probably 20 minutes. Because I told you about it. So all of those 85 hours were actually playing the game, not trying to beat bosses. No multiplayer, because I don't like multiplayer. I don't like invading, helping people. I was considering doing, but it just never worked. So yeah, it's crazy how long that game is. There's so much to do. I love it so much. And then now I did like one little area of the DLC, Shadows of the Erdtree DLC. And there's another beast. I don't think it's the same length. I think it's about half. I was looking at my first playthrough of the DLC on my other channel, the playlist, and it doesn't. It's not nearly as long as the base game. But anyways, the lore. I think I've got a better understanding. I've been following Vatividia's videos, which are much more engaging than the podcast I downloaded. I gave up on that. Listening to Alan Watts now, much more engaging to me. But whenever I'm eating and I'm like watching stuff, I'm watching Vatividia, and I went to the very first Elden Ring video he posted, like way before the game release. So it was fun to see him saying, calling Marika Marika. That was funny. And then him trying to figure stuff out before the game was out, like him playing through the network test. And yeah, it's a big family. It's a big family with like Ronnie, not Radagon. Radagon was a father. I'm having trouble with the names. So. The guy with a tiny horse, what's his name? Forgot his name, but you know, him, Ronnie, and Rykard, and Melania. I think they're all siblings. I'm starting to understand it now. I might make mistakes, but I'm starting to understand. Also the gods and the tree, and you know, things are starting to take its place in my mind. So that's exciting. I'm like, I've been wanting to read the item descriptions on this playthrough, but I've been preventing me because I don't want to spoil myself. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be playing Disco Elysium on the other channel. I'm probably gonna start straight with Elden Ring, because I'm excited, man. I'm excited to do that. 1 month? Can I beat the DLC in 1 month? I think so, because in 1 month I'm gonna be moving in to my apartment, which I got pictures of today. Like they set up the kitchen and stuff. Anyways, I knew today was gonna be a day where I had a lot to say, and that is true. Look at that, I got 20 seconds. So should I just allow for the time to end like last time? I think so. Guys, it was amazing to talk today. I enjoyed myself. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks everybody for watching. I have been Gareth Mason, and I'll see you the next time I see you. Bye-bye.